Mountain Dew and NASCAR and all that energy, caffeine, and stuff like that.
Mountain Baja Blast. All right, 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody back to the Built Different show. This is episode number 1. I started this all with, of course, on the baseball side, it is Wolfie. Round of applause.
What up?
How are you doing, man? It is nice to see you. Of course, I am your host, Saxby, and we got some baseball to talk about today. We haven't given you a baseball episode in a couple weeks. We wanted to let that trade deadline stuff die down, the All-Star stuff die down, the draft stuff, et cetera, et cetera. But overall, man, how are you doing? I got me a little tan now that I'm starting to notice on here.
Yeah, you do look a little bit tan. Your hair's getting a little bit curlier. I'm fucking sunburned, so we've been outside a lot, clearly.
Yes, sir.
I've been outside more because I haven't been inside watching my sports team because the Mets have been absolutely atrocious recently. And it sucks because I had a lot of optimism after that trade deadline because, I'll be honest, I thought it was one of the better trade deadlines I've ever seen personally as a Met fan since I've been alive. I mean, even right now, with us still losing, I can't blame it on the guys we got. Soto, Helsley, and Taylor are incredible. We have one of the better bullpens in all of baseball now. The problem is right now with the Mets, which is pissing me off, is we can't score. And I understand if it was just guys like Brett Beatty, Mauricio, bottom of the order. We know we obviously had a center field problem. We got Mullins. I get if it was just a catcher, like the bottom 3 or 4. We're talking about guys like Lindor, Soto, Nimmo, Alonso. All of those guys are actually the ones slumping the most. And it's been like 2 months now. I get if it was just like a June swoon kind of thing everybody says, or, that all-star break going into it, out of it, you're not too sure. We're going into the second week of August now, and they've been playing under 500 baseball for the last 2 months. And it's getting kind of ridiculous to the point where it's like, I was thinking, it'll turn around because these guys are stars, but we're, a couple weeks away from September. And it's funny because when you hear reporters or other fans of the Mets talk about, oh, well, don't worry, they'll hit in October. Bro, I'm almost getting worried we might not even make it to October.
That's bold. That's absolutely bold.
Now, the one thing I'll just quick say, too, to just wrap up the Met point, is that the only reason why I'm not screaming is because, like I said, obviously those 4 players are great, but because in the beginning of the year, I actually did say I didn't think we were going to win the division. I thought we were still going to at least shoot for 90 games, if not 90 plus. But I did think the Phillies still had it in them. So I'm not jumping off a bridge. I am a little worried to see that we're at the bottom of the wild card. Yeah, I'm worried to see that we're at the bottom of the wild card. Like, I can't blame the Cubs. I mean, the Cubs are good. Obviously, the Padres are good. But, it's to the point now where it's like we can't screw around anymore. And it's happened to the other New York team, too, in baseball. I mean, everybody in New York right now seems to be spitting and sputtering at, like, one of the worst times to do it.
Yeah, I mean, while you say it's one of the worst times, I would argue I think it's one of the best times to struggle. You struggle now, you get it over with, you find your ways, you get back on a hot streak, you get back into the postseason, you see what happened. You see what happens, but I mean, listen, man. I mean, I'm a Nationals fan, so I don't really know. I don't know no playoffs for the last, we're pushing like 6 years, 7 years now. But hey, the Nationals had a decent trade deadline. We traded a bunch of garbage for, some prospects that might be good one day or not. We'll see. I mean, the Cubs, I'll say this, they got absolutely fleeced for Mike Soroka. In the last 2 starts that Mike Soroka had for the Nationals, his velocity dropped. He was terrible. I thought that was it. We weren't going to get nothing for him in a trade. And then the Cubs simped for him. And then guess what? He only pitched 2 innings for them and then, blew out his shoulder, which, could have been easily predicted by the velocity drop. But, yeah, I mentioned my tan. I've changed professions. I am now a painter. Yes.
There you go. Congratulations.
Yes, I have been painting now. I got out of my last job, which was a cleaning job. I don't know, man.
So do you 9 to 5? Do you paint like with watercolors or no? Fuck
with watercolors.
I know, I'm fucking with you. No, you're good. Pastels. Like, oh,
Uh,
you're an artist.
Oh
No.
man, I'm just no, yeah, no. No man, I mean I left my cleaning job because the landscape of 9 to 5s these days are like really, really terrible. I think, a lot of people know that. So, I just decided to help my friend paint. And now it's actually becoming a thing. We're gonna see, how far this goes,
You could
but
make some bucks
overall I'm
doing
having
that.
fun.
You could make
I'm
some
getting
big
fit. I'm
bucks.
climbing on big ladders like I'm Jeff Hardy. I got this tan, as you can tell, so I've been in the sun a lot.
Yep.
I think I look significantly better with the tan, by the way. I might have to retire the big pasty name.
I didn't notice it before when we were like not filming, and now that like I see it now, definitely.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing everything I can not to get burnt, which has gone well so far. It's turned into a nice. This is the first tan I've ever had in my career, Wolf, my 27-year career.
You can do
But
it.
yeah,
Right?
back to baseball though. I think it's so interesting this year in baseball. I cannot point to one single team this year and say, yeah, they are going to win the World Series. Last year I think we started this podcast at the beginning of the year, and I guess it wasn't so obvious even throughout the year as they struggled, but we were all the way. The Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win, the World Series, and then it happened. And I think this year, I don't think I can tell you what team's going to win. I don't think I can tell you what teams are going to be in it. Maybe it's smacking me right in the face. Maybe it is the Philadelphia Phillies. I think they are the most, complete team I think that there is right now. I wanted to say the Mets, but the Mets are sputtering a bit. But I mean, you look everywhere. I mean, the best two teams in the league, the Milwaukee Brewers and the Toronto Blue Jays, of their respective AL and NL. Do you really believe in both of those teams? Because I absolutely, as World Series threats, I don't. I think it's a little too early for the Brewers. I think what the Brewers are cooking up is absolutely amazing. But we always get that. We get that every, few years. We think the Brewers are cooking up something great. Then they end up tearing it all apart because they're cheap. And then the Blue Jays, I don't know. I mean, it's the Toronto Blue Jays. I know I'm rocking the Blue Jays jersey today. But it's just two
Big
teams
fan.
that it's like they're hard to trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
I
Yankees
completely
are
agree with that.
struggling. The Mets are struggling. The Dodgers, they can't stay healthy for nothing. They've probably had about 15 different starting pitchers already this year. I don't know. The Padres are hard to believe. It's going to be interesting, man. I mean, the Mariners are back. The Mariners made a lot of trade deadline moves. I know that fan
It's
base was excited.
Dude, they are officially 2 games out of being 500. They're in third place. They're only 6.5 games. Or excuse me, 6.5 games out of the wild card, which is crazy. Because
Who are you talking about?
the Marlins.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was talking about the Mariners, but yes, the Marlins
Oh, I'm
are
sorry.
actually doing really
I
good.
thought you said the
Yeah.
Marlins. I'm sorry.
No, but I mean, even them. I mean, that's honestly, I didn't expect to talk about them, but I'm glad you brought it up. They're on a tear.
No,
I
I
can't even
know.
name you like two players on their team, like two hitters on their team,
It's
outside of
crazy.
Stowers. But yeah,
I mean, they're really only 4 wins behind the Reds when you think about it, which is crazy. I forgot. Oh, to just quick hit on what you just said though, not to cut you off, but the one thing I'll completely agree with you is I actually was one that picked the Brewers to win the division, and even though they are doing hot right now, I actually wrote down going into today, 21-4 in their last 25 games. That is
they've been
insane,
absolutely
dude.
crushing it.
4 losses in like a month. That's like crazy. But the
Their
thing
pitchers
is,
are pitching, their hitters are hitting.
so
It's disgusting.
so their pitching staff is actually disgusting. It's disgusting without bringing back Woodruff or even counting Mazeroski. Their top five were crazy, all with sub 3.4 ERA. So if you add Woodruff, Mazeroski back in, and if you take Freddie Peralta, who's at a 3.03, you could take Quinn Priester, who's at a 3.15, and if you
What a
want,
fleece of a trade for them this year.
yeah, and then Grant Anderson just went on a 15-day IL, but you still have Patrick and Quintana who are at a 3.5. So your starting rotation is stacked. Your bullpen is disgusting. You have multiple guys with, I mean, Abner's got a 1.9. McGill and Nick Mears have a 2.3, 2.7 ERA. But the problem with the Milwaukee Brewers, and just looking at it, even though their lineup today with the Mets, okay, Yelich just has a 785 OPS, but then, I know Vaughn, since they got him, he's been doing well. But, like, you got, like, a guy like Perkins and Collins and
Hey,
Terang.
Collins is a dog. Collins is
Dude,
a
I
dog.
have him in fantasy. I just took him,
I
but it's
just
just
traded.
like it's just like to me, it's just like a bunch of like guys that I am not impressed with at all. And going into the
Of course.
playoffs, like that's just why I know the
Well,
Brewers are
that's
hot
why I
right
said they're
now.
young, because like their hitters are gonna. I fully expect their hitters to get into the
Like
playoffs and kind of struggle,
I don't
but
even expect Yelich to go off in the playoffs. I never really do. Every time they get there, so it's
I
just
don't expect anything from that
like,
guy.
would you expect Andrew Vaughn? I mean, maybe he could hit a home run or two, but I don't expect him to carry the Brewers in the
Listen,
playoffs.
I just want to say about Andrew Vaughn, you're wearing the White Sox hat. When the Brewers traded
I know
Andrew
that's true.
Vaughn, when they traded for Andrew Vaughn, for some reason I decided to just argue with White Sox fans because they said Andrew Vaughn has no value. He's the worst baseball player in the league, and I was like, listen, he is just on the Chicago White
I
Sox.
agree with that.
That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. He has put up decent. I didn't want to say good. I didn't want to say great, but he's put up decent numbers in the past. Going to a team like the Brewers that have their shit together, yeah, he's gonna fucking shine because he's a good baseball player.
And it's funny. I actually agree with you. I thought he should have got out of there a year or two ago.
Yeah,
Um, but even
same
just
with
looking at
Robert.
their starting lineup right now, all right, he has 12 home runs. Yelich has 21. Frelick 8. Contreras 9. Collins 7. Perkins 3. Trang 8. Durbin 5. Ortiz 7. Like, no one else has even double-digit home runs, let alone... I mean, even the Mets, as bad as they are, they have 21, 26, 25, 19, and that's like just their top four. I mean, they only
Yeah,
have one guy other than Vaughn, who they just brought in that had double digits. So, like, that's the thing
that's
about the
fair, man.
Brewers. And to me, honestly, even though, like I said, I thought they were going to win the division, I don't even know how they're 21-4. What are they like? They just have to be out pitching everyone. Well, I'll see in like an hour when they play the Mets.
Yeah, I mean their pitching is disgusting. Pitching, it takes you a lot farther than a lot of people fucking realize too. With the Brewers, I've been impressed. I mean, I can't lie, I've been impressed. I know I said what I said about I don't think they're World Series threats, but overall impressed. I counted like we had that episode where we were predicting the divisions, and I said, listen, man, this will be the year that the Brewers are gonna fucking fall on their face. And here they are. They didn't even come close to falling on their face. In fact, they are the best team in baseball.
I know,
And
and
yeah,
Stearns isn't even there anymore. So it's like they literally get new,
or
guys in the
or council.
organization. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually a really good point too. Or count. They basically bring in a whole new staff and just operate the same way with a low budget and just somehow do it again. And
it's honestly the power of what a staff can do. I mean, it's how I feel about the Washington Nationals. I think they stink right now. They look really bad, but I like once a good staff can be established in that place, and not the bozos that they have running around there now. I think it'll be fine. They're another candidate for that boom.
definitely, I thought they would do it a little bit earlier. There was a
Yeah.
fun. Oh, I actually saw this like a week or two ago. I can't remember if I told you. It's the first time in Brewers franchise history that they had the best record in baseball on August 1st.
Damn.
And like all of baseball. Which is
Yeah, and
weird to
I
think
think
about.
it goes
like out
it
of
goes
all
back to
years.
what I said. I mean, like the league is so
It's
like
exactly what you said.
there's no dominant teams right now. So like teams like the Brewers and the Blue Jays are gonna stick out. I want to toot my horn a little bit about the Blue Jays because I remember I told you in the beginning of the year I was like, for some reason I just cannot count them out. They had a good team going into the year. I think they made some good moves. But how do you feel about the Blue Jays then?
It was kind of almost like the opposite now of what I felt like with the Brewers. Like, I'm not saying their pitching staff is horrible, but like when I see, I mean, I saw a report on it the other day that if they ever did, well, if they make the playoffs, Scherzer's getting the ball, and I just don't see Scherzer, and like even like Gosman, like I do like him. I actually think he's been kind of underrated as a Blue Jay, but I just
Yeah,
don't see
he's been
that.
very yeah.
I don't see that staff holding up. Their bullpen doesn't necessarily excite me. Their bats have been pretty good. I don't know though, but like they're just catching lightning in a bottle. They almost kind of remind me of how the Mets played last year, where like they kind of came out of nowhere in a way. Like with the Brewers, like I always knew they were gonna have good pitching, so I can at least not surprised from that end. But with the Blue Jays, like they're almost kind of like putting everything together at this like month and a half stretch to where. I mean, dude, we're like I said before, we're in like almost the middle of August. Like,
We're
unless
there, brother.
they would really need to like fall off a cliff for the last month. I'm not saying it's impossible because I could see a scenario where them and the Yankees swap at the end of the day, or even Boston a little bit. But if they are this good, especially like almost 2 weeks after the deadline, like maybe they are just that good and we all kind of underrated them. Maybe the pressure of like, hey, are we keeping Vlad next year? It's going to break up the team a little bit. Maybe that took a lot of pressure off. I don't know. Maybe they also kind of sat with Bo Bichette and said, hey,
you got Bo Bichette he's in a contract year. You got Vladdy feeling good.
Springer came out of nowhere. Like that really helped them too. Like I don't want to discredit that.
And they got a decent looking Shane Bieber about to come in too. I mean,
that's right. I was trying to think of who they traded for.
Yeah, he's almost through his rehab assignment. He's been looking really good, looking healthy. I mean, that's a fucking weapon to just randomly stumble upon, on your path.
They're collecting like the old pictures, like that one Cy Young's back in the day.
Oh yeah, and it's like Max Scherzer. Like I mean, like yeah, granted, has he fallen apart every year since he's got traded from the Nationals, which was a while ago at this point, but he's been serviceable since he came back for the Blue Jays this year. I mean, it's it's not the best stats in the world here, but like he's been serviceable where if the Blue Jays offense shows up, they'll win games. Like it's not like he's out here just getting completely cracked.
Like I actually have to defend them. He wasn't even that bad as a Met. He just got shelled in important games. That was really
I mean that first year was good, but his arm just keeps dying.
I know.
But I think right now he'll be good because he already missed half the year, so he'll probably.
Just a quick note on Max Scherzer, because I actually think we talked about this in like February, April, or June, January, before he got signed. I actually am surprised out of all pitchers that he did go north of the border. I didn't see him as a guy that would go to Toronto. I don't know why.
I think he just like there was probably like maybe 3 or 4 teams that actually would offer him a contract, and he just probably picked the Blue Jays because they were probably the best of the group.
Yeah, and you know what I was thinking? That's right. He was the one that did that CBA thing like a couple of years ago where he spoke out and said like he was the one that actually told or he was upset with Aaron Judge for not taking the most money. He's like, oh, if you're a pitch, like, cause that's like the whole point of the CBA is to try to get players the most money. And since he was a lead guy, he always stood behind like if a shitty team gives you the most money, you got to go. So, well, good for him though. I mean, they're in first place. Who would have thought? Who would have thunk?
I mean, he's right back into the postseason picture, brother. I didn't think that was gonna like really be a thing.
That's crazy.
I thought like he was gonna get released or something, but hey, I mean, he's still here. He's still kicking.
Good for him.
So I mean, look, I mean, so Aaron Judge got hurt. I think he's back now DHing. I think his elbow is fried. I think what the Yankees are doing and what he's doing is they're gonna try to juice him as far as they can, but I think. If the Yankees are to fall out of playoff contention, or as soon as we get to the offseason, I think Aaron Judge is probably going to go get Tommy John or like something for his elbow, some kind of surgery. It's not looking good for the Yankees. They're struggling. They're actually struggling real bad. Devin Williams can't close a game. Weaver can't close a game. Bednar had to give a he was like a war hero. He was out there in like World War II giving it all just to get a 5-out save the other night.
I know.
Just to give the Yankees some clarity in that closer role.
It was dicey in that night too.
Yeah, I mean their hitting's all over the place. They're depending on some guys to do some things. I don't know, man. I'm not really liking it. I'm not really liking the Yankees right now.
No, and you got old man Stanton now playing the field too. Max.
Oh, about to play outfield tomorrow.
Yeah, and then you got Max Fried's hand bleeding after starts because he gets such bad blisters now in every start. Like they literally should have pictured like your hand's bleeding after 5 innings. Like what the hell is going? I've never seen that in my life.
What these guys are really trying to like. Some of these guys are out here giving everything they got to like get the Yankees there.
Dude. It's wild because I actually was one of the ones that thought they had one of the best deadlines in baseball for need specifics.
I honestly think, and I said the team that wins the deadline is going to most likely win the World Series. I think the Mets and the Yankees won the deadline. Both teams have stunk since they got all these guys.
They have a combined 2 wins, I think, since the deadline.
This is New York sports, man. This is where we're headed.
And the
problem, we need the Knicks to come through for New York, man.
Oh my God, or the Giants. That's not gonna happen. That's right. You don't like them.
Dude,
anyway.
the world would stop. Dude, the world would stop if like the Jets fucking won the championship.
They're gonna get creamed by the Steelers week 1. with the Yankees though, like they're frustrated. Like I'll admit, Yankee fans, you guys must be really frustrated. But I think everybody's just really hanging on to hope for getting into the playoffs because obviously you never know what'll happen. But you just brought it up quick, dude. Like, if there's a chance that elbow could be really bad, and you got to miss the entire 2026 season. And
Well, I don't think he missed the whole season because Ohtani didn't miss the whole. I think like Tommy John for hitters is a little different.
I think
but,
so
yeah.
too. But I mean, the thing is, they also still have Stanton at that DH spot, so he's gonna have to play the field even if Judge does come back because they're already got a DH and they're not gonna put him back out.
This
the
is
field.
crazy, bro. Giancarlo Stanton playing the outfield is not something that I had considered happening for the Yankees this year.
They would either have to put him at first base next year or trade him, or he like. I don't even think you can put him in the outfield because you just know at some point he will get hurt. So
because it's. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say. So basically, long story short, this one little injury right now has been set up to just cause problems for the next year.
And what did we say at the beginning of the year? That Brian Cashman is overrated because every single year, besides the 1 year that he got fucking Juan Soto, he just refuses to just put people around fucking Aaron Judge. And I get it, Jazz Chisholm, Cody Bellinger, but they're like, they're not guys. They're just like, when they're hot, they got swag. It's cool for a little bit, but they're not truly guys that'll like. People like if you put Aaron Judge next to a guy like Cody Bellinger, next to a guy like Jazz Chisholm, I would much rather, if I'm a pitcher, face those guys than even come close to facing Aaron Judge. Even I think a wounded Aaron Judge is better than the combination of Jazz Chisholm and Cody Bellinger. But the thing that also sucks is like Volpe's not panning out. Jason Dominguez isn't really panning out like that. You've given up a lot of the farm to get some of these guys.
Wells hasn't.
Yeah, Wells has been so like all of your young, rookies of, the past couple years. I mean, Ben Rice looks good, but it's not like he's, tearing it up. It's rough.
And you got to remember too, with not only their rookies not panning out, but them being so like gung ho on keeping them because they had the opportunity to get Kyle Tucker in the beginning of the year, and they had to trade Luis Heel. And I understand.
They would have had a good job. They would have had a good chance of re-signing him too.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear pitching prospects. You don't trade pitching prospects for rentals. First off, bullshit. It's fucking Kyle Tucker, one of the best bats in the league.
Yeah, you see what he's done for the Cubs alone.
And second off, you just signed Max Fried, so even if Cole you knew was hurt, you're gonna get him back next year. So that means you would have had Fried, Cole, Rodon guaranteed. So it's like, all right, if you had Schmidt there, that's 4. Like, you really couldn't part with Heel. Like, you knew you had Schlickler in the in the minors. You knew you had other guys in the minors. You were really like, you couldn't get rid of Luis Heel. Really, that was the guy that you couldn't.
A guy
trade
that's
for Kyle
still
Tucker?
Not here. He's not back.
No,
yet.
he is. He's back. He pitched one game or maybe 2. I know he pitched the last game though. He got shelled. He gave up 6 runs.
Oh, okay.
So like that's what I'm like. My point is like.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's, I don't want to hear he won Rookie of the Year because also going into that year, he never had a season where he pitched like 90 innings. I think in the last 4 years combined, he pitched 90 innings. So a guy that barely pitched in the minors, it's his first year of doing something great, and you didn't trade him for Kyle Tucker. Now you're gonna sit here and like try to piece together the team in August and then cry when they're not playing, dude. If you had Kyle Tucker in right field, you didn't even need Goldschmidt. You could have put Bellinger if you still got him and put him at first base. I don't know. Just the whole thing is just such a mess right now.
It's fun.
And it's Brian Cashman's fault, like you said.
Yeah, I mean it's just not building the right. I mean you got what's their fucking you got Aaron Boone in there as well. Brett Boone, Aaron Boone, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't even care about his first name. But you got Boone in there, and I just don't think he's a good manager. Like you hear him talk too, and it's rough. I've never seen it working with him. This is like the Yankees, I think, have gotten soft, man. They're not dishing the money that they should. Like they're not, like for example, Juan Soto, right? I get their offer was close to the Mets, but the Yankees of past would have absolutely tried to blow the Mets out of the water, no matter how far Cohen was willing to go. They haven't been taking the trades that have, like the best trades that have been available to them. They have not been taking those. I mean, you talk about like back when they should have gotten Juan Soto the first time, and maybe they would have gotten a couple years out of Juan Soto instead of just the one. They ended up, doing whatever the hell that they. I think they ended up getting Harrison Bader, and instead of getting Luis Castillo, they got. Was that the year that they got
I
Carlos
think you're
Rodon? Either which
right.
way.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
like
they got
they
Montas. They got Montas instead.
yeah, Montas, yeah. Then you see what I mean? Like,
That's
and he didn't. I think
crazy.
he played like one game for them
Yeah, I
and
think he
ended up
did one
dying.
game. Yeah. No, and it's the way he builds everything is just, or the way that organization runs. And just quick, I want to say one thing about Aaron Boone is that it's crazy to think the Yankees haven't won. What was that? So 16 years. 16 years they haven't won a World Series, and the last time, or what they've had Boone for, it's about like what, 8 years, 9 years, 7 years, something, anywhere in the
No,
seven and
I
nine
think it's been
range.
6 or 7.
Because when did they get rid of Girardi? Wasn't that after 17?
I think it was before 2020. I think it was 2019.
Because I thought it was that first Astros one. Because you gotta remember the Astros won the World Series in 2017, and isn't that the one that Chapman blew it?
One sec.
Boone had to be. I know Boone was there in either 17 or 19.
I just know he's for sure
Long
fucking
story
fired
short, it's been
after
at least 6 to 7 years minimum, and to think about their track record.
2018.
All right, so all right,
So
7 years.
Damn, his 8th year.
7, 8. Yeah, that's crazy to think
Jesus.
about. And before you go, oh well, he made the World Series last year. They make the playoffs every year. Juan Soto was the reason they made the fucking playoff or the World Series last year. It's literally no
Yeah.
different.
I mean, you could clearly see that.
Clearly, and you could clearly see with what Judge did in the playoffs. And the problem I have is a lot of the issues that they're going through right now in the field during this like collapse, which is basically what it's about to be, is a collapse if they don't start winning consecutively, is these errors, these mental mistakes, not knowing how many outs there are. There's a pop up to the infield, your batter runs. No one sits when they do fucking mistakes. No one gets reprimanded. Everything's right in front of us. And I'm so sick of hearing the same things. It's like, you had errors last year. Shit, you had errors throughout the whole season. And you're doing the same thing this year. And it's like there's no repercussions from it. And it drives me.
Well,
I'm
and
not
that's
even a
why I
Yankee
said,
fan,
like-
and it drives me nuts.
Yeah. And that's why I said, like, I think Cashman's gotten soft because before you'd see all this kind of pressure. But you see with Girardi and now Boone, both of them have gone way longer than they fucking should have before gotten fired. I mean, I get Girardi had the World Series, whatever. But, man, either way, fuck the Yankees. They got Giancarlo Stanton starting in
And
the
just a
outfield.
quick side point too, I want to add this, which is just it's such a shitty, stupid answer. They know Volpe has struggled, and I actually will admit he's obviously still has some pop in his bat. I get it, so I want to say his offense has been okay. But to refer to the comment they said, which is about, because everybody said, hey, Francisco Alvarez across the town struggled. Mets sent him down like a month ago, right? And he came back up. He's been well. Why don't you send Volpe down and do the same thing? And their answer was, we don't have another shortstop. All right, let me say this. If Francisco Alvarez, if Mauricio, if Brett Beatty, which are all rookies like Volpe, started sucking, the Mets would not send them down and be like, oh, well, we can't send down Alvarez. We only have Luis Torrens back there. They didn't give a fuck that Luis Torrens was back there. They still sent him down. And the fact that the Yankees are either ill-prepared not having a shortstop or just believe everybody's stupid and be like, well, we can't send him down. Who the hell could play there? Dude, anybody could hit 220 and play there. So it's like, I don't want to hear that. It's such a shitty, stupid, it makes almost like you think we're stupid, like we don't see what he's doing on the field. And I don't know. I don't like the tone they give their fans.
Yeah, and normally I would defend Volpe normally because he's not on the surface 17 home runs, 61 RBIs. We got about 40, 50 games to go. That can easily be like a 25 home run season. But like he's only hitting 221. His on base percentage is only 288 because he strikes out so much more than he walks. Slugging's a little bit better. OPS so 3 years he's been in the league. And this year he's putting up his best OPS numbers, which is a 712. An OPS plus that's under 100. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't get it. I would have already traded him. He had the value to be fucking traded for something. The Yankees of the past would have been they would have told Giancarlo Stanton to go fuck himself. They would have told, Volpe, like, they would have already traded him already. This is not your grandfather's Yankees already anymore. Like, they let Marcus Stroman touch the field this year. That should tell you everything that you need to know. A guy that in the offseason was like, I'm not going to the bullpen, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think the Yankees, blah, blah, blah. They're making the right moves anymore. I need to be starting. And then the Yankees get into such a bad position with their starting pitching health wise that they had to start him. And they ended up doing so fucking bad. And then you finally release him when maybe it's a little too late. I'm
I
not. It's
that whole
frustrating to watch.
Stroman thing, the way they handled it was piss poor because everybody knew in the spring training that it wasn't going to last. Everybody was laughing and waiting for him to get traded
He was
to the
barely
Cardinals.
touching 90 miles per hour, and like it's just yeah, he got maybe a little bit luckier last year, but it's just when you have a guy like that come in with that attitude, not willing to work with anybody, like well, where's the boot? Okay, get him the fuck out of here. You want to be like that? Leave. But no, you guys gave him a chance because you needed extra starting pitcher depth. Go get Rich Hill for all that fucking shit. He would have given you the same exact thing that Stroman did.
And shit, if anything, hit up the Rockies, be like, hey, we'll pay some of his contract, give us McMahon, here's Stroman, and maybe like a shitty prospect. And honestly, as much as at first I said it to myself when you were talking, thinking, oh, that's stupid. But they actually might have budged because, first off, they're the Rockies. They just budge on anybody. Second off, Stroman's actually a ground ball pitcher more specifically, so that actually probably would have worked well at Coors. But it's just like, I feel like at the end of the day, too, the fact that they just cut him doesn't feel right to me. Because with a guy like, Gallo and Hicks and all that, like, we all knew, like, they should get rid of them. But, like, with Stroman, like, they kept hyping him up in the beginning of the year. Like, dude, even just, like a week before he got cut, I remember they were asked either Cashman or Boone or someone, like, oh, did he ever say he wasn't unwilling to go to the bullpen? Oh, no. He said he would do everything for us that we needed. Bullshit, dude. You don't just fucking cut a guy out of nowhere and, like, praise him, like, a week before that. Like, clearly, like I said, I just said before with the other thing, it's like, they play stupid. Like, they say what you think the media wants us to hear. It's like, they never bash anybody. Like, we're smarter than everybody else. And it's just like, I hate it because we all can see it with our own eyes what's going on with the Yankees, but they don't. They know better than everybody else.
It's crazy, man. But moving on, because we'll be talking about all these teams again. I'm going to challenge you for guessing. It's a guessing game. So I want you to guess the top 10 of something. Make sure, I want to see your hands. I don't want you looking up on Google or nothing.
No.
But what I want you to do is I want you to give me the top 10, and I'll give you like, we'll go until you give up. All right. The top 10 hits since 2000. Top 10 hits since 2000.
Well, I know one of them because you said it was DJ LeMahieu. Right?
No.
Oh, really? It wasn't him.
No, he was just the active top 10.
Oh, Jeter's got to be probably one of them, right?
All right, I'll count that. I'll cut the DJ LeMahieu part, but just say Derek Jeter again.
All right, Derek Jeter.
Okay, he is number 5 on the list with 2,658.
I'm going to say Miguel Cabrera.
Miguel Cabrera is second on the list with 3,174.
Oh, Albert Pujols.
Is number 1 on the list, 3,384.
Is Ichiro have enough?
Ichiro is number 3 on the list,
oh,
3,089.
Because
he debuted in the 2000s, so good job there.
Because I'm thinking a good player, because a guy I doubt Barry, it's because he's early before that, so that wouldn't count, would it? No, because he would have been number 1.
Is that a guess?
I guess so.
Are you guessing Barry Bonds?
No, because he wouldn't have had enough years in those because I don't know how it accumulates. Is it all before?
No, it's 2000 season and on.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I don't think he would be in there. I mean, I doubt he had 3,000 hits in 5 years, or 6 years. Whatever it was. Is Chipper Jones in there?
Chipper Jones is not in there. He's not even in the top 25.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like these are starting to get really obvious, but the problem is, the guys I'm thinking of, are mixed. Who hit a lot?
So you got 1, 2, 3, and 5. One wrong answer so far.
Oh, man. like, because Trout definitely doesn't with his injuries. And now I'm getting, like, the eras mixed up because 2000 and now. Shit. Like, Jimmy Rollins, I don't think does. There's no way. Does he? Jimmy Rollins? No.
You're guessing Jimmy Rollins?
No. Yeah, I'm going to guess it just because your face, but I don't think it is. It can't be.
Yeah, my face gave it away. He's number 8 on the list, 2,455.
Really? Oh, okay. So, all right. I see it was... Okay. Does Prince Fielder have 2,000?
No, he's not in the top 25.
Shit. Wait, what was Rollins? Number 8, you said?
Yep.
I can't think of the West Coast teams right now. It's driving me nuts. I don't... Oh, is Paul Goldschmidt on that list?
He is number 20, not top 10.
Shit. Like... Manny Ramirez isn't on that list, is he?
He is not.
Fuck. Oh, A-Rod's got to be on there, right?
Alex Rodriguez is 15th, 2,324.
Wow, I'm actually... See, like, this is why this list is confusing to me. Because I would not think Jimmy Rollins was ahead of A-Rod. Like, I know Jimmy Rollins...
You got to think about when they debuted and stuff. I mean, so... I guess I could throw out some hints. Number 4, I mean, I think you should get. I mean, he had most of his 3,000 hits in the 2000s. Number 6, a guy that was popped for steroids. Number 7 was a guy that you actually did. Was it you or me? He came up here as a guest player on one of these episodes. And then number 9 and 10 were just really good hitters, recent. One still active.
And Nolan Arenado's not on there, is he?
Nolan Arenado is not on the list. I thought he was up here, but no, he's not.
Is Gary Sheffield on that list?
No.
I was gonna say, I don't know, like, this is bothering me because I can't think of, like, guys that were long enough for that. Like, I could think of good players, but not ones that would have that many hits. Or at least not off the top of my head. And PED's like Ryan Braun. Did he have it? No.
No.
So who the fuck was the PED guy that got it? I honestly give up. I honestly don't even know. I can't think of any.
You give up already?
Yeah, I can't
all right,
think
I'll
of,
throw some more hints. All right, so number 4. Let's try to get number 4. Texas Rangers Hall of Fame.
Michael Young? Ian Kinsler?
No. Michael Young's 12th, though, on the list.
Like, Vlad Jr.
Played for the Dodgers, Red Sox, Mariners.
I have no idea.
Third baseman.
Nope.
Adrian Beltre.
Oh, I'll say this about Adrian Beltre because I know a lot of people are huge fans of him. And I'm going to say this. He is, to me, so overrated. And the reason why, if you have that many hits and you play for that many teams, like, it almost like I'm not saying it negates your stats, but, like, I feel like you name so many teams that this guy played for. And to me, like, I feel like if you're such a good player and you're getting bounced around that much, like, are you, like, I don't know. I don't like that. Like, I don't like when guys are so good, but they're getting bounced around constantly. Like, that to me throws up major red flags. That's all I'm saying. That's why I've never been a big...
I don't know, brother. I don't know if I agree with that one. Adrian Beltre was a dog.
No, I said, there's a lot of people that are fans of him, but it's like, dude, like, that's why it's like you're like Texas. I'm a Texas Ranger. Like, I don't even think about him as that because, like you said, I think it was a Dodger and Seattle and Texas, and it's like every fucking where else he played. Like, that's why like, to me, I don't even think about him as one team.
He only played for 4 teams, and I mean, like, each team he played for was 5+ years besides the 1 year he was on the Red Sox.
I know, but that's still pretty good for a guy that had, 2,000 hits? To not play more than 5 years?
3,166.
Yeah, and you didn't play more than 6 years with one team?
He did. No, for the Dodgers, it was 7, the Mariners 5, and the Rangers 8.
So it was only 3 teams?
Well, the Red Sox was the one. He just played 1 year for the Red Sox.
And like I said, it's not his fault. It's just that, like, that's why, like, I almost think of him. I almost think about him in like a terms like a Gary Sheffield type of thing. That's why I almost thought about him first.
You lost me with the Adrian Beltre.
No, like I'm sorry. I'm not a big Beltre guy. Like, I don't like the.
That's fair. That's fair.
I don't like when people jump around like that because it's like no commitment to me. It's almost like Soto, and everybody bashes Soto on that all the time now. Like, oh, he went for the money. He didn't want to be a Mets. Like, there's the same thing with Beltre. Like, I know he had a longer career, but like 3,000 hits and you're on like 4 or 5 different teams. Like, that just like to me, like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that personally.
Oh man, I love you, Wolf. I can't agree with that, but I do love you, Wolf.
It's true, dude. Even like Barry Bonds, like, dude, you're telling me if he played for like 3 or 4 more different teams, his legacy would be the same? I guarantee it would not be.
Hey,
that's just the truth. It's just the truth. He played with the Pirates and the Giants. That was it. And both teams knew what they had and kept them. It's the same thing like I'm saying with Beltre. Like, that's just kind of my point. Like, it's not the... And like I said, I originally started saying it's not to take away his accomplishments. It's just that when I think of a 3,000 hitter, like, I thought, like, most of the guys I named were on one team. Like, Derek Jeter was one of the first guys I thought of. Because that's what I think of when I think of, like, 3,000. Shit, even Melky Cabrera. 2 teams.
Melky Cabrera?
Or, I'm sorry, Miguel Cabrera.
Oh, I was about to say Melky Cabrera. That was a mention. That was a crazy mention. Like Melky, I haven't thought of that dude in so long.
Yeah, I was thinking Miguel and Melky Cabrera. Yeah, that's right, it's that mid 2000s throwing me off now.
But to get down the list, okay, so number 6, he played for your Mets, popped for steroids a few times.
It wasn't Robinson Cano, was it?
Yeah.
Damn. I thought about him. I'll admit, out of all names you've said so far, he's actually one guy I did think about. But I was like, dude, there's no way he had that many hits.
Well, here's another guy. He was also bounced around a bunch of teams. Number 7. I don't think he did steroids.
But Matt Kemp wasn't on that list, was he?
No. But this guy right here, he played for your Mets. Honestly, was one of your guys' big free agent signings of the past. Switch hitter.
Asdrubal Cabrera? No. I'm like,
yo, you're a mess right now.
No, I know, but I'm trying to think, like you said...
Melky Cabrera, Asdrubal Cabrera.
Well, you said switch hitter. Like, what could be, like, the many switch hitters that we've gotten in our, like,
the one
lifetime?
that you, like, I think I chose to guess the player for you.
To my defense, dude, we're talking about 25 years of baseball. I'm 30. So we're talking about my entire life of batters.
I just think you're getting old, Wolf.
I mean, bro, dude, we're talking literally like, every single baseball player. Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, we've known this for. I'm not a big Beltran fan at all. Like, he's the biggest fucking overrated Met ever. And you know what's funny is there's a lot of Met fans that say the opposite, and that is such horseshit. Like, I'm sorry because I've actually mentioned this, dude. I've mentioned this about Judge in the beginning of the video. You never came through when we needed you, and I don't care if it's like, oh well, remember that game in game 1 of the series? No, I don't remember that because I remember you losing the Cardinals series.
Yeah.
And on top of that, apparently you are the big proponent in the cheating scandal for the Astros. So I am not a big I actually kind of blank him out a lot of times in my memory. Like, I was not a big Beltran fan, and still am not.
Hey, fair enough, man.
Damn, he had that many hits too.
10.
I can't believe that, dude. There's so many names I've said. I would have swore to God those guys had more hits than Beltran.
No. I mean, in the 2000s, no.
Damn.
So number 9 is a guy that was very underrated, played for the Braves big time. Mostly on the Orioles, but then he ended his career with the Braves. People were maybe thinking he would hit 3,000 hits, but he didn't quite get there.
It definitely wasn't Brian Roberts, was it? No.
No, Nick Markakis, though. You were close.
Was it Nick Markakis?
Yeah, 2,308.
Fuck.
But, I mean, so the difference between being in the top 10 and not, so Markakis is number 9. Freddie Freeman's number 10. But David Ortiz in 11th and Michael Young in 12th. All those guys are only separated by like 10 hits on this list.
I had Michael Young as a guess earlier. But, like, I'll just give you an example. Like, it's so weird thinking about baseball to me because, like, I know obviously they're still active. But like to me, it feels like someone like Goldschmidt would have like so many hits, right?
He's there in the top 25. Yeah, he's 20th.
All right, so I don't know. That's just like my brain is really like
Well,
to
yeah,
me
from
like even like Beltran. Like I know he was good, but like it's crazy to me to think he's in the top 10 over some of those.
from 10th to 25th, it's only separated by maybe 200 hits. So
I mean, still that's like.
yeah.
I mean, nowadays that's a lot. Like that's like two seasons for some guys.
So moving on.
How many hits
I
does
want
Prince
you.
Fielder have? I'm curious now. Like, am I just like thinking he's been?
Well, remember his career got cut off short too.
I know. Like,
yeah, he only
dude,
had
there's a lot of guys that I
1,645.
thought about that I'm like, there's like, I don't think they have the longevity. Like even the Met guys, like David Wright doesn't, Jose Reyes doesn't. I mean, none of the
injuries happen.
A lot of the guys for the Yankees, like even like guys like I said, like Prince Fielder. The only thing was like, well, a lot of these guys hit pop, like Ortiz. That's why I didn't even think about Ortiz. Like I kept thinking like, all right, they got home runs, are they getting singles?
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go through every single team.
Holy
you get
shit.
30 seconds for each team, and you just gotta say your thoughts, whatever you feel about them. We're gonna make this quick, all right?
I'm sorry, could you repeat just quick thoughts, 30 seconds you said?
Yeah, so 30 seconds for each team. I'm going to say the team, and then we're going to
Yeah.
give our thoughts for at most 30 seconds. Let's see if we can cook up with this, all right?
Yep.
All right, so starting off, I'll have you. Do you want to start off each one? Do you want to go back and forth? Do you want me to start off each one?
I guess we can go back and forth.
Okay.
Maybe that might be
All right, so Baltimore Orioles, I'll let you start off first.
Dude, they are a weird team. I just want to check their quick stats right in front of me. 52 and 63. They are third to last in the organization or on the league. Horrible. I thought they were going to be second place, if not win the division this year. Pitching has been brutal. Prospects haven't been living up to the hype. They've already traded a bunch of guys. We took two of them on the Mets. And to be quite frank, I don't know what the direction is from here. Because this was supposed to be part of their, getting almost prime rebuild spot. And now they're going to have to buy and do it all again. So if you're an Orioles fan right now, your head must be spinning because I don't know what direction you go, especially if your organization isn't willing to spend.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think where I'm at is I saw it coming from a mile away. They kept their lousy manager. They didn't get pitching. They kept their lousy manager. It's kind of almost what they get. I mean, it's just what you deserve at that point from the front office standpoint. Like you didn't really put anything into this team. But what I will say is for them to be 52 and 63 with as bad of pitching as they've had, of the trades that they've now done. They're hitting, Gunnar Henderson hasn't been, the same all year. Adley is ass. Jordan Westberg has been hurt. Colby Mayo has been ass. Colton Cowser has been up and down. Jerstad has been ass. Considering all that, they're only just about 10 games under 500. This tells you everything you need to know that the Orioles need to spend money from a standpoint of their front office. They need to do it this offseason or, they might as well just rebuild the whole team again, trade Gunner, blah, blah, blah. But Tampa Bay Rays, I'll go first on this. Listen, I don't got much to say about the Rays. I think their team is mid. They're finally falling into that, mid-level, 500 where they belong. But I'll say this. Junior Camionero is one of the best baseball players in the league. And I will guarantee on this podcast that Junior Camionero is going to be a Hall of Famer in the future. That swing is beautiful. He is doing some ungodly things right now, and I think Camionero will be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he's really good. Rays are really good. Oh, we're doing the same team too?
Yeah.
With the Rays,
you're just like, yeah, they're really good, man. They're good.
I thought we were quick switching after that one.
Do you want to switch up teams? That's fine.
No. I mean, it's up to you. I figured if you want to do 1-1, but no. I'll just quick say with the Rays though, 57 and 59, same record as the Royals right now. A little bit above the Angels. I mean, they're pretty much exactly what we said in the beginning of the year. We thought they were going to be maybe a little bit below 500, but we just said like complete average, and that's almost like what they are right now. Could they get hot and get into the playoffs? Possibly. I'd be surprised if they were 5 games below 500 at the end of the year. No, they're just mid.
Kevin Cash is like one of the best managers of all time. I'll say that too. The things that he's able to pull out of this Tampa Bay Rays team is insane. But all right, you can lead off with the Yankees. We
Um,
already covered them earlier.
yeah, they're just in Poopville right now. They have to win. They got to start winning. I mean, they literally needed to win that last game against the Rangers, or they would have been out of the playoff picture. I know it's August; there's still plenty of time left, but just that mental image of you guys getting kicked out of the playoffs in August would have been just devastating. That being said, bro, you got a 3-game series right now against the Astros. This is do or die time. And if you get swept, which I think they actually will get swept personally, you're first off, you're not going to be in the playoffs. And second off, it kind of is just going to resonate what you've been seeing for the last 6, 7 years. And I really don't think they're going to beat them again if they even see them in the playoffs, too.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't got much else to say besides that. So with the Boston Red Sox, I'll lead off. Honestly, man, what a weird season the Boston Red Sox are having. I
It's an
mean, you
understatement.
come in with all this expectation. Shit looks good. Your young guys come up. Most of them are serviceable. And then you trade Rafael Devers. And then you stink. But then you start looking good again. Roman Anthony gets an extension. Everything's looking healthy again.
Yep.
Crochet looks like the ace that they bought into. This with the Red Sox, it's incredible. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. They have a good rotation. They have a good lineup. They have Poopville in their lineup. They also have Poopville in their rotation. It's insane, man. So we'll see what happens with the Red Sox. How do you feel about them?
Dude, I'm blown. You said it. Like, after the Devers thing, I figured, like, maybe they can kind of,
Like
like,
it's done. The goose is
yeah.
cooked.
Well, I figured there's no way they're gonna like buy anymore. Like they're gonna probably just see how it goes, ship most of the players out. Dude, I even thought they were gonna trade Alex Bregman. There was a chance I thought they could trade him and like a bunch of other. We were naming out guys that like could be potential trade pieces, and 8-2, first place in the wild card. I mean, just a sniff behind the Toronto Blue Jays. What the hell? It's crazy because out of all people, you and me had high expectations on them going into the
Going
season.
into the year,
I
yeah.
never in a million years, if you would have told me Walker Bueller has a 6 ERA, Alex Bregman was hurt for a month, and Devers isn't even on the team anymore, and Casas is out, I would have been like, oh, they have to be in like almost last
Yeah,
place.
SOS. That's like that's worst case
Dude,
scenario.
64-52 with a 8-2. I mean, they've been one of the hottest teams in baseball. It just shows this is why I love baseball. Like this is it. This is why.
Hell yeah, I agree with that, man. Toronto Blue Jays.
Um, they're a weird ass team. I don't know how they're doing so well. Like it's actually kind of like scary that they're like the best team in. I mean, they're the best team in the AL right now with 68 wins. I know they're playing about 500 the last 10. I'm not sold on their pitching staff. I do think they have some decent bats, and I think bats are going to come a long way in the playoffs. But if they can just put a couple good performances in they're going to make the playoffs at this rate. The only way I could see them not making the playoffs, major collab. Get to the playoffs, throw Gosman out there, throw everybody else, even if you, like, don't even use Scherzer if you don't have to, and just slug your way into the World Series.
Yeah, man. I mean, when it comes to the Blue Jays, did I think that they would be good? Like, did I think they'd be this great? No. I'll start off by saying that. Did I think they'd be good and maybe pests in the AL East? Absolutely. They extended Vladdy, and while we both said that it was a little bit of an overpayment, I think realistically at the end of the day, it was just a perfect fit. Everything was perfect. Now you pay your star guy. The Blue Jays aren't good at paying their players. They finally do so. I think it's changed the culture up in there. And it's like you said, it's weird because you look at everything, and really realistically the way that it is, and they give up a lot of runs. They don't score like a crazy well-oiled machine, kind of team. Bo Bichette's leading the league in hits, but at the same time doesn't have an OPS that really pops out at you, or on base percentage that pops out. It's honestly it's interesting. I like Vladdy is having a crazy year. George Springer's been hurt on and off all year, but producing when he's there. Dalton Varsho hurt on and off all year. I don't know. It's weird. Like Jeff Hoffman hasn't had the greatest year, but man, I'm here for it. Like I'm buckled in. I want to see some healthiness from the Blue Jays.
It is.
But
It's funny
Yeah,
looking
I'm
at those
gonna. So with
numbers.
the White Sox, I don't have too much to say. I've been arguing with White Sox fans all year. I still think they stink. I don't care what they got going on. You can go. You got the White Sox hat on.
You took the words out of my mouth. I thought they would. Yo, I thought first off, I thought they would trade more at the deadline, and I'm actually getting kind of sick of the White Sox with this whole Luis Robert shit. It's like, yo, either
Give
shit
them
or get
away
off
for
the
a bag
pot.
of chips at this
I
point.
know, and I don't like. There's like holding him so high in these trade talks. It's like, buddies, he hasn't really done that much to prove it. Like, okay, he's got the tools. He has the tools. I wanted him. I'm not saying that. But to ask for like top prospects or MLB ready guys that you could throw into the lineup the
I
next day is crazy.
I miss the
Crazy.
Luis Robert that hits the fuck out the ball, man.
I know. And he's still putting up stolen bases. Like he's got wheels and everything too. Great glove. But like they
Yeah.
were asking back for like guys instead of having 2 years left for like 6 years left and they could literally slot in the lineup the next day and it's like this guys the window's closed already on
Yeah,
that.
his
Like,
progression's been weird, man, because he came into the league, high batting average, not the highest power, injury prone. Then he went and had that fucking crazy year, and then the last 2 years has just been
and you're paying
nothing
him
much.
20 mil a year too, so it's not like he's a
Yeah,
cheap prospect either. So it's it's funny how the White Sox act like they have the cards in their like favor when in reality
right.
like they should have made moves with a lot of these guys in the last two
Oh, I
years.
agree. All right, so give me the Twins.
I don't even know what to say with the Twins. It's actually funny. Like it's so weird, man. I never know what to say with the Twins.
They're a
Like,
special bag of shit, man.
bro, they really are. And I thought going into the season, like, it was kind of the same thought process. It's like, are they better than the Guardians? Are they below the Tigers? Are they in last? Are they in mid? Could they fight for first?
This is how it's been the last several years, but now it's just horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and they sold off a lot of guys. Like, thankfully for them, at least, they might have almost sold off too much with some of the pieces. I mean, I can't believe they got rid of Correa, which is just mind-boggling.
Well, I mean, if my issue with that is I don't think they did. Like, if you're gonna like rebuild, trade Pablo Lopez, trade Byron Buxton, trade, like, you know what I mean? Like, really
That's a
trade the
good
guys
point.
that'll get you a return.
Yeah, which I guess I should have clarified when I said too much. It's like too much in terms of like you still are trying to like keep some of these guys around. Like you either go all the way one way or all the way the other way. And I feel like like if you're gonna
That's
go
a
with
good point.
Correa, like I don't know what to expect with them because they're just such a weird team every year. And every year
I
it was
agree.
always like, oh, well, if Buxton is healthy, if they're pitching. And they had a lot of injuries. I get Lopez missed a lot of time too this year. But, I mean, they they're almost like with the Rays. They're like that another definition of mid.
Yeah. I mean, you summed it up for me. I don't really have too much on the Twins after that. But when it comes to the Royals, man, it's a tough year for the Royals. I mean, they've had a lot of pitching injuries. Cole Reagans was my Cy Young pick in the beginning of the year. Absolutely has fallen apart with injuries. I think Bobby Witt hasn't had the best season. A lot of their hitters really haven't had the best season. And I think that goes to show that the Royals they just need to spend. I think if the Royals can spend this offseason, they got it, man. They got the pitching already. They got some good hitting pieces. If they can get a couple of really good hitters in there, I think the Royals are going to be a team to still watch out for. It's just, you could tell. I mean, I wasn't high on the Royals going into this year. I mean, yeah, they achieved something last year, but it was just, man, I don't know. It's a sneaky team still.
And you know what's funny? Remember when we talked about the Yankees and we said they should have got Tucker, but they should have got Tucker, but they got Bellinger. Now the Royals should have gotten Bellinger, but they got whatever else they got. Like they're like the step down from the Yankees, and it's like with someone like them, they're the team that could benefit from making like a bunch of like think about this like just with the Yankees team like McMahon, Jazz, Bellinger over even Goldschmidt if you want to throw that in there in the last like year. I feel like
Yeah.
the Royals should operate like that, where like they should start adding multiple players because like let's be honest. Obviously Tucker there would be great. A big name there would be great, but they're not a big draw.
Yeah, they won't dish out
So
that
you got to
much,
be
yeah.
smart with how you're spending, and they really, really got to fix that lineup.
But man, I don't know if they approached me with a cheaper contract and they said, "Come play in our beautiful ballpark in our beautiful city." I'd be like, "Fuck fuck yeah, beautiful colors, beautiful city, beautiful people.
I mean, I would hope they would still try to do that, because the thing with them is their pitching has been really good recently, and they had Bobby Witt Jr. and they had Salvi as a veteran there, and they have a couple, like, I like Vinny, I like
And
Garcia.
then they got Jack, who I guess I get it. Jack
Yeah.
struggled mightily, but like he's still the future. So
I just feel
I don't know.
like especially because what sucks about them is they don't always go to the playoffs, and like seeing how they went to the playoffs this year and seeing the record this year, it's almost like they took a step back.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that if they don't do anything again this offseason, you're really taking another step back. And that would really be sad to see once you, like, actually kind of almost took 2 steps forward out of nowhere.
No, that's facts. So hit me with the Guardians. These dudes.
Dude, I don't know what to think about them. They're, like, that whole AL Central is just bizarre to me. I actually thought the Guardians were done going into, like, the August and trade deadline, or I guess end of July or August. I thought they were done. And traded Shane Bieber. Didn't really do anything. We're in talks about trading Steven Kwan. And yet they're 7-3 in their last 10, won 3 games in a row, just swept my Mets. You know, they're only a game and a half behind the Yankees in the wild card. And we were just talking about the Yankees get swept out of the Astros. You're talking about Cleveland being back in the wild card and in the playoff picture. And it's kind of almost like what they do every year, to the point where, once again, I would not count Cleveland out at all. I'm not a big fan of all their pieces together. I love J. Ram, one of my favorite players. But don't count them out, because they can sneak in under the radar so easily, in my opinion.
All right, I got one thing to say about the Guardians. Okay.
But their closing situation's fucked.
It's all fucked. But Luis Ortiz got investigated for gambling. They first announced that on July 3rd. Okay. You want to know the Guardians' record since then?
What?
19-10. They have been one of the best teams in baseball since that whole thing started. I think not only were they fixing games, they were fixing games for them to lose. The proof is in the pudding. They were on a 7-game losing streak before that.
Damn, that's
before
a really
that investigation started. All of a sudden, they start getting investigated. They're one of the best teams in baseball. I think that, the Guardians, they're just a talented team that there's some shady dealings. That's all I gotta say about them. But
you're the first person I've heard bring that up, and I don't understand how this not talked about anymore. Like, have I not heard that stat yet? Like,
it's a crazy stat.
That's insane.
Well, because I had to look it up, because I was like, okay, everyone says, oh, blah blah blah, this player is performing, that player is performing. And I'm like, I feel like I haven't heard of the Guardians all season until this gambling thing, and now all of a sudden they're good.
I know. That doesn't make sense.
But when it comes to the Detroit Tigers, listen, man. I still believe in the Tigers. I just think they have had a terrible deadline. I don't believe in Kyle Finnegan. I don't believe in the other pitchers that they got. I thought they should have gotten a hitter. I don't try. I love the Tigers. I'm going to be rooting for them in the playoffs as the team to come out of the AL, but I don't say that I still believe it as much as when I was trying to convince you before. I don't think I believe it that much, man, just because they needed to bolster up that team to make that run. Maybe the patience is going to pay off eventually, but Kyle Finnegan, as a Nationals fan, man, I don't care if Kyle Finnegan is perfect for the rest of the season. He is booty, man. He's gonna get dominated in the playoffs, and I think it's gonna be their downfall. Watching Kyle Finnegan play important playoff games is gonna be fucking hilarious.
Dude, I mean, you took the words out of my mouth. We all know how I felt about the Tigers going into the year. I actually feel like I was a little bit too harsh on them. Their pitching was pretty good, and I do like Riley Green. Kerry Carpenter, I still owe apologies to every episode, but they're just they are, though, showing a little bit more what I was saying, which is they're just not this dominant team that we saw through most of the year. I mean, they were the best team in baseball, and they've had a pretty rough record like the Mets. Similar to
the record since losing to losing the series to the Nationals is insane.
I know. So I feel like, though, with the AL Central the way it is, I do still would be surprised if the Guardians have enough firepower to take them down. It wouldn't be the Guardians taking them down. It would be the Tigers taking themselves down, which I don't think this point in the season, with them still being as first place, I don't think I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs this year.
No,
But like you
they're
said,
still
didn't
six
like what they
games ahead.
did.
I mean, they're only 6 games ahead, which
To,
would be, oof.
to me, like looking at it, it almost feels like they're going back to the playoffs with the same team as last year. And I
Fair
know
enough.
it's not true, but it just feels like that to me.
All right, so lead us off with the Athletics.
I thought they were going to be better than they were. And even like looking at like some of the pieces that their team, I think they should be better than they are. But then I see like a guy like Luis Severino literally falling off the mound because he can't pitch in Sacramento. They clearly have flaws.
No, like literally falling off the mound.
Yeah. It doesn't help that Jacob Wilson's also been hurt for like a couple weeks. I mean, almost a month it feels like now. He's been out for a
I
little
think
bit.
he's going to be out for the rest of the year. He
Is
fractured
he?
his arm.
Oh God, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right. So he's been out. I mean, Nick Kurtz has been incredible, but
Monumental.
I mean, you would think with them like Rooker, Butler. I mean, they just traded Andahar. He was doing pretty well for them. But like I said, like Wilson was there. Langoliers, I'm pretty sure is he their catcher, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I feel like they have.
Now.
Yeah, like I feel like they have enough
Or
names
first
to where they
base
should
or
be
wherever he's
better.
playing.
But I guess clearly their pitching staff isn't like. I mean, their pitching staff is pretty abysmal. I'm assuming, and now their bullpen is even weaker now with getting guys like Mason Miller and I mean J.P. Sears is one of their better starters. He's gone.
Yeah.
So it's just their pitching is just getting worse and worse and worse. But with all the guys they did get rid of and that haul they got from the Padres, I do think we're going to be seeing a better Athletics team in the next couple of years. So you know what, Athletic fans, it sucks for this year, but just get through it.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, I don't have too much to add. I think, contrary to what Wolfie said in the very beginning, I think it's healthy. I think they made a great decision trading Mason Miller. I don't agree with how much this league has overhyped Mason Miller. I think he's a fantastic talent, but when people were like, "Oh, why would the Athletics trade their young, closer?" You always trade the bullpen guy that can fetch you like top prospect. Like they literally
Oh,
got
yeah.
DeVries from the fucking Padres. What the hell? The Athletics are going to be fucking great in a couple years here. But yeah, no, with the Angels, I love Zach Nato. I love Christian Moore, love Shanuel. The list can keep going on and on. Taylor Ward, Mike Trout at the end, but they gotta invest in some pitching, man. They completely blew it in the draft, I think. But if they can get some pitching on that team, Ron Washington system, everything's working for them. So far. But what do you think about the Angels?
They're like one of those teams that like, and I don't even know if I would necessarily consider a rebuild, even though it would wind up being it. Almost like a wash. Like they need to like wash all of like their stench from like the 2010s and even early 2020s off of them. Like I know you're not necessarily gonna get rid of Trout, but
Get
like,
rid of him. Let him go.
Like that's what I'm gonna like him. I wish they could just buy out Rendon, get rid of him.
Oh, I think
like,
he's done after this year.
Okay, so then just like
Yeah.
wipe the slate fucking clean. I mean, I'm not even like even guys that maybe are mid that are just still around. Just fucking get rid of them. Coaching staff too, like bring in everybody new. Ron Washington,
Oh no, never mind. He has one more year. That's crazy.
that's bad. I know he had that health scare like a month or a couple weeks ago. I don't know if he's doing better since then. As much as I like him, I do think they need to go younger. I think they need to go like young, fiery manager, not like a complacent like dud. I'm talking like a guy that will argue, and just go like young again, man. Like you got to get rid of this dead weight and start spending money, but start spending money wisely. Like I'll give you an example. Like a guy like Jose Quintana was out there last year. Like why not get him? Like. Or like we mentioned, like, the Bellingers of the world. Like I just feel like every time they make a move, I'm like, that's who you fucking signed. Like they sign all these like you have catchers and like I don't know, you sign like 35-year-old like Travis d'Arnaud for decent money. Like what are we doing? Like I don't understand.
I agree,
how they
man.
operate.
So tell me about the Rangers.
I like their pitching staff. I like DeGrom. They face some injuries. Their bats need to get going because guys like Garcia is just not what he was. Jock Peterson's a waste of fucking space. He doesn't even play anymore. And then Seager just can't do it by himself. They have a good team still. I think they still have a good team like they did in 2023 when they won it all. But they just haven't put it all together this year. They're playing better baseballs of late. I would love to see them make a late push into the playoffs. Personally, I would really like to see them make it.
All right, yeah, man. I mean, DeGrom's been healthy all year. I think that's been the coolest thing about the Rangers. I don't know, man. It's just an
Which we
unfortunate
called.
thing.
We called for a late Cy Young pick. We said, "Oh, that's right, Degrom's healthy."
Yeah, and I mean it's tough because you come into this season with most of the World Series roster still intact, some cool additions, some nice young players, and it just hasn't worked out. I don't think it's really anyone's fault too much. I think they should have done something different with their hitting coach instead of letting him coach and kind of ruin the team. That's kind of basically what it was. And it goes to show you got to have a good staff, man. A lot of these teams are fucked up because they don't have good staffs. But we'll see what happens. But when it comes to the Seattle Mariners, man,
You should be.
I'm bought in. I'm bought back into the Seattle Mariners, man. Look,
They got
you
him.
know, they've made some really good fucking trades. Suarez and Naylor, I did not expect that out of them. I was expecting some lousy pulls. Like I thought they were gonna get McMahon. I thought they were gonna get a couple of miscellaneous things to keep the fans happy, like when they got a Rosarena and shit. But they got the MVP on their team. They got Julio Rodriguez, who's starting to come around and put together a decent year again. He always heats up in the second half of the year,
It's so weird.
which is rough. He's just not a first half of the year fucking player.
Man, he was so exciting when he first came up. I wish he was a first half player because he'd be so much more like.
Oh my god, he'd be like Ken Griffey Jr.
Man,
But-
I thought he was on the track record of like being along those lines.
Yeah.
And, like,
But he's probably gonna win the Platinum Glove. He's been fucking insane in the outfield this year. But when it comes to the Mariners, man, I'm bought in. They got the pitching. They're all getting healthy at the right time. I mean, Emerson Hancock's been giving them some fucking decent innings. Their hitting is actually hitting to fear. Their bullpen is actually nasty. Munoz has been one of the best closers in baseball this year. I'm bought in, man. I think the Mariners are a threat. I think their fans are going to be locked in. It's going to be an atmosphere. And I really wouldn't be shocked if the Mariners have that Cinderella type run to go to the World Series.
it's crazy because first off, with all the guys they have in their pitching staff, Brian Wu has actually been one of the best ones, if you can believe it. This year, the numbers he's putting up is incredible.
I lied
They
about
are-
Emerson Hancock, by the way. Fuck that guy. He sucks.
I didn't realize they've won 4 in a row since like the last time I checked, so that kind of changes my perspective a little bit because now they're a game and a half behind. I think they're actually a game and a half behind Houston now.
I mean, Suarez is hitting 107 since he's gotten there, but once he heats up, it's over, man.
Yeah, so that's the thing too. I actually really like the moves they made, even though I'm usually never a big fan of bringing guys back, especially when
Yeah.
they play better elsewhere.
Especially when
statistically,
the
home
Mariners
run-wise.
probably shouldn't have given him up to begin with.
Yeah, and but that being said, they didn't give up too much to get him, and I do like Naylor coming there because the one thing we always talk about, they need offense, man. That's like their big problem every fucking year is they don't have enough offense. I didn't realize their record was so good, so like I said, we were never out really on the Mariners. It was the fact that they weren't doing enough, and it was the fact that we didn't believe in their offense. Both of things have just been changed over the last like 2 weeks, and the guys they have there are starting to hit. Plus, we got to be honest. A huge factor of why I can't count them out right now is you have an MVP on your team.
Yeah.
Which none of us thought about. And if you would have told me like a year or two ago, we would have probably thought it was J-Rod.
Big
Nobody would have
dumper.
Dude, I mean, he's got almost 50 home runs, so
He's doing it with the fattest ass.
and think about that. Well, not his ass, but with their team and their pitching staff in the playoffs right now, with the struggling Yankees, with Boston, we don't really know about. Toronto, we don't really know about. Who the hell's even going to win the Centrals? It's still going to be the Tigers? Are the Guardians going to sneak in? Houston kind of came out of nowhere, but they're still only a game better than the Mariners. So if there's any time for the Mariners to make us fucking run, it is this
now.
year. Which actually, the more I'm talking about it, like there's a really good chance if they get hot going into the playoffs that pitching staff alone could ride them to the World Series.
For real. I mean, Luis Castillo seems locked in again. Bryce Miller's coming back. Woo's doing good. Gilbert's doing good. All right, last team here because we're just we'll do the NL next episode. Well, what do you think about the Astros then? Interesting team. I
actually-
personally don't. Go ahead.
I I was actually a little bit higher on them than a lot of people going into this season. I was kind of like I said this with a lot of teams to you. The one line I kept telling you was, I can't believe it until I see it, or just prove me once, shame on you. With the Tigers last year, I was like, I don't believe it. I've only seen it once. Well, with the Astros, I've seen them win 4, 5, 6 times in a row, taking the division or winning the World Series. And until you don't do that, I'm going to have faith in you. Yeah, you got rid of Bregman. Yeah, you traded Tucker. But you didn't bring back Correa. You still are in first place. You have a lot of good bats. You have some good arms. You have some good pitchers. And to me, dude, when they get in the playoffs, they have 6, 7 years of experience with that now. And I personally think that's a huge plus, especially for the younger guys like Jeremy Pena. So, personally, I think the Astros are a scary-ass team to face. Maybe not in the regular season as much, but once they get into the playoffs, like, GG's if they're, like... If they got back to the World Series, I wouldn't even be surprised. I'll say it like that.
Hey, that's fair enough. I mean, yeah, man. Like you said, Jeremy Pena has been absolutely exceptional this year. I know he got hurt. But hitting 324 with 11 home runs in the limited time that he's played, I love Jeremy Pena. I love that he's like basically the best. Like they're doing this without Yordan Alvarez. Like he's been out basically all fucking year. He's coming back soon, which is crazy. Yordan Alvarez is gonna come back into this lineup, make them that much different. Jeremy Pena just came back recently. They got the young guys. Their pitching is still good. It's weird because that's what I'm saying. It's all these AL teams. I'm just like, they're good, but you know what I mean. Just but they have a good future outlook. Once again, I think they've made some phenomenal front office decisions. So that'll wrap that up, man.
Quick note, by the way, I don't know if you saw, but Kershaw and Scherzer are facing each other tonight.
Yes,
that's cool.
It's gonna be an unction.
And I saw the I saw the Giants brought up the guy we traded them, or like that Drew Gilbert prospect, the outfielder.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what he does.
I'm up 20 on your brother here in fantasy. Shit. But all right. So why don't you give me? We'll end this off by you give me the guess the player. I'll give you the blind ranking, and then we'll do some different or not and get out of here.
Sounds good. You know what's great? That's why I pick a bunch of these players, because sometimes we say names of them during the episode.
Oh, okay, good.
All of them except one, so I have one.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, we said one of them like recently. Like we actually, two of them were Mariners, and we just did that right at the end. So.
All right, let's see it.
All right, go.
All right, are they active or not active?
They are active.
Active. I mean, it's got to be a yes or no question. My bad. Are they active? Yes. Okay, they are active.
I feel like this is one that you either gonna get quick or not at all. It's so or not at all, but like it's weird about this one. It's something
Were they a pitcher?
They are no.
Okay, hitter. Active hitter. Okay. Do they play in the AL right now?
No.
No. NL active hitter. Do they currently play in the NL Central?
Yes.
Oh, Grandma got her new pair of shoes. No. All right, so an active hitter in the NL Central. Are they a Pirates player?
They are a Pirates player.
Is it Andrew McCutchen?
It is not Andrew McCutchen.
Oh, O'Neill Cruz?
It is not O'Neill Cruz. Oh my God, you got one strike left. No, you can keep doing the 20.
Brian Reynolds?
It is Brian Reynolds.
Ooh, what the fuck?
It's so weird. Like I said, that was like either one that you would get right away or not.
That was quick, Wolf. You stink. Let's go. No, just
that wasn't bad. That was 8, so that's pretty good. It's even longer, but
I was sweating because I know the last one I got all the way to like 19, 20 guesses when you gave me like fucking Wilmer Flores.
I'm surprised you got Brian Reynolds right away. I thought that would be a name you like wouldn't be thinking off the top.
No, I mean he's okay, right?
No, like that's what I said. It's either one that I'm like, oh, he'll know Brian Reynolds still, but there's some guys like I brought up Brian. I'm like, that's
if it wasn't Brian Reynolds though, yeah, I probably would have been fucked. I don't know too many Pirates hitters after that besides like Henry Davis,
Jack Swinsky, or whatever that guy's name is.
I would have been screwed if you did. All right, so I got a blind ranking. So you know how that works, right?
I can't remember. What are we doing?
So you have to rank these players 1 through 5, but I'm only giving you one player at a time.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right, ready? So first things first, Alex Rodriguez.
Oh man, I'm gonna put him at 3 this time.
Okay,
All right,
that's
because
cool.
like I don't know, I still gotta respect his game. Like he was still a good player, but I hate.
That's fair. Third is cool.
I kind of like him a little
expect
bit
that
more
from
now,
you.
but.
I didn't expect that from you. All right, so Derek Jeter.
Oh man, my boy, I gotta put him 2. Number 2 for number 2.
Barry Bonds.
Oh, fucking hate Barry Bonds. But I put fucking A-Rod 3, but I put Jeter 2. Oh man. I can't put him. See, this is hard because I can't put him 4. I guess I gotta go 1. I put myself in a hole.
You have Hank Aaron.
I guess he'll be 4 then.
But you pass because your number 5 is Ike Davis. Good job, Wolf.
Oh shit! I missed. You know what? Ike Davis. Fuck it. He's number 1. Barry, you're 5.
I was hoping that.
Hey, I'm filming stuff right now.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, I expected you to have him like. I thought you were gonna put Barry Bonds or A-Rod last, so that would bump up Ike Davis's spot. But no, that was fucking good.
I like Ike Davis, man. Whatever happened to him?
He's actually he just got a job as like a mail worker or something.
You know what's weird? Did he ever play for the Ducks?
The Ducks.
Davis Ducks.
Like the Angels minor league team?
No, like the fucking Ducks, like the Long Island. Oh, that's right. You're not on Long Island, though. No, I didn't. I guess not. I don't know. He felt like someone that would play for usually every Met that retires eventually plays for the Ducks here and there, like Dontrelle Willis did at some point too.
But all right, that was cool.
There you go.
I won. You won. I think we're doing good right now.
Yeah.
As you can see, I got mad paint all over me.
Oh shit! I think Soto just hit a home run.
Oh hey, Juan Soto bomb from the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so different or not. So what I'm doing with this is once we have these names on this podcast, we're not going to hear these names again. I've been making an official list of who is different and who isn't. So right now, a part of the list, Kurt Warner, Patrick Mahomes, LeBron James. That's the list so far. All right?
That's so random. Okay.
And I think there's like one more name on the list that I might be forgetting. Let me see real quick.
I feel like Kurt Warner. Like, how did that get involved in the other 2?
You don't like Kurt Warner?
No, I just felt like that's just out of the other 2, it's just random. I don't know.
Kurt Warner?
It's too old for
Kurt
me.
Warner? Sick. No, I'm kidding.
For my time.
1 second. I'm just trying to see if I have that list. All right. Either way. All right. So first on this list, Babe Ruth.
And what is this? Different or not?
Different or not?
Oh, he's fucking built different. I love Babe Ruth. He's like one of my favorite
like
players.
the stories of Babe Ruth are just so good. Like he wasn't racist.
That's the thing. He wasn't. He was.
Yeah.
Not.
He like showed up. He ate glizzies. He drank his beer. He was with the ladies. Terrible health, died early, but like man, he was vibing, man. He was a blast.
You know what it is with him? He wanted to be one of those people, like the stories you read, where it's like he not just because of his stats, but because he just seemed like a larger than life person.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like there's dudes that like even that
got so larger than life, they wouldn't let him coach.
yeah, that's a good point. Like at the beginning of this episode when you were talking about like the hits board, I'm like, wow, that guy had that hits. Like you don't even think about that, but like he had aura.
Aura. There you go. He did have the aura. I love that, Wolf.
Yeah, he was built different.
Here's another guy, Jackie Robinson.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I feel like that's like a unanimous, obviously.
Easy,
different.
right?
I mean, that's like I don't even know what I can say about that. We all know.
Bro, he absolutely transformed the game, right? Like we're
Oh yeah, I don't even know.
Broke fucking barriers, whatever the fucking word is. His number is retired. I think he still the only player with his number retired across the whole sport, like of any sport?
That's actually, I'll say this. I don't know about all sports. That's a damn good question.
Yeah, because they haven't done that for basketball.
I would think
Um,
yes if I had to guess off the top of my
Football, they
head.
didn't do it for, and they don't.
Like
I
I
don't
said,
think there'd be anyone worthy for football, even as great as Tom Brady
yeah,
is.
even like hockey,
Yeah, and then
like
like NASCAR, they even got some bum and fucking Dale Earnhardt's number 3 for the last like 10 years, and Austin Dillon. But
that's a really good question. I think he is. He's
uh,
got to be probably.
yeah, and that's
So
cool. Like he's probably like one of the
you not
coolest
even just
dudes.
number.
He's
Like you
probably
got
one
a
of the
day.
coolest dudes in heaven, bro. Imagine walking around and like your numbers were like just cannot be worn again, but it's worn on a specific day. That's crazy.
It is weird to think like you literally cannot wear 42 out of all the like 0 to 99. You can't wear
Mariano Rivera
42.
was the only lucky one because they retired it while he already had the number.
I think there was a couple other people that still wore it actually, but Mo was just the most popular.
Yeah,
But whatever.
it's crazy. Carlos Zambrano.
No, and I'll say this as a Met fan, like I actually like was very young when we got him at the time, but like yeah, it just didn't work out either with that, and like he was built different. I would say
Never a
as
Mets player.
Am I thinking of who am I thinking of then? Wait, hold up. This is the Cubs guy, right?
Yeah. He played for the Cubs every year besides 2012. He played with the Marlins. He was a 3-time All-Star, 366 career ERA, um, 3 top 5 Cy Young finishes. He was a 2-time Silver Slugger, I guess.
He wasn't the
Led the
Met.
league in
I thought.
walks one year, led the league in hit by pitches one year, led the league in and wins one year. Crazy
Who am
career,
I
but
thinking of then?
he was always the hothead in the dugout.
Yeah. I could have swore he was the guy that we got that one year, and he like got injured right away. Wow, I actually am like, this is an epiphany for me. Like I gotta be, I can't think of who I'm thinking of, because like I used to think like yeah, he was a massive hothead for the Cubs, and I could have swore he came
What the
here.
hell? He tried to make a comeback at 38.
That's crazy. Yeah, he was wild. I mean, he might be built different just for his like rage alone. I know like he had to have crazy. Yeah, he had 115 walks and 101. He led the league in walks back to back years. I feel like for his hot headedness alone, he was built different. I don't know if historically built different in the game of baseball, but yeah, he's a character, and now I'm
He's
fucking
built
just so
completely
confused.
different, but he's not different as it pertains to this for me. All right. So what about Jose Canseco?
Uh, he's like a weird. Like he was, dude. He was so juiced up. I don't know. Like I'm
Bro,
not a big.
he's
Yeah,
like
I'm not.
poster of steroids.
I'm gonna say not built different because he's kind of like fucking weird on social media too nowadays. Like sometimes he'll say stuff that's mad funny, but for the most part he's just so bizarre and he like picks
Yeah.
fights with people.
I
And stuff,
mean,
so
for as much roids as he did, he never had an OPS of 1,000 ever in his career. He did hit 462 home runs, less than 2,000 hits. He did steal an MVP in 1988. Um, but I'm good on Jose Canseco. I think he's just a weirdo. I don't know the game that you love so much being baseball that you want to shit on it as much as he has. Yeah, I'm good.
yeah, fuck him. Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I don't believe a single word that guy says. He's crazy. Derek Jeter.
Oh my god, yeah. I love Derek Jeter not just because of like the whole Yankees and the stats and everything, but he just played the game right and like he just I don't know, he spoke to the media good. He was one of those dudes that like if he wasn't playing well, he would tell it how it is. Like
Yeah.
dove like literally like his nickname was the captain, like Captain Clutch. Like he's just they don't make shortstops like him anymore.
As I've grown older, I've gotten away from that Derek Jeter is overrated take. Because like as you see, man, like since he's retired, there really hasn't been another Yankee like him. I mean, Aaron Judge, like it's hard to carry this Yankees franchise, and the way that Derek Jeter had carried that Yankee franchise was ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about a guy that hit 300 the whole way through, and for a contact hitter, he had above a 800 OPS as well, which is pretty fucking good. 3,465 hits. Several memorable moments. Great, but like, have you ever looked at his postseason stats?
Oh my
Like,
god,
he's
dude.
a 308 hitter, but he hit 400 in several series.
See how
20
many
home
games he
runs
played?
total, 5 championships, a World Series MVP, in which his OPS was a 1.344 against the Mets in 2000.
Yeah.
Um,
Dude, he has like careers just in the playoffs alone. Like he has
literally,
like
he
there's
has
guys
like
that
one of the best seasons. Like you'd have one of the best seasons ever in the playoffs.
yeah. No, he's awesome. I love Jeter.
Yeah, okay. Jeter's
I kind
different.
of
I
wish
mean, yeah,
like
because a lot of people call him fucking overrated, and I'm starting to hate it, man. Like, you see how
dude.
hard it is to carry the fucking Yankees, and I get it. You know, maybe he wasn't as good of a fielder as everyone says, but that's all you got these days. That's the only argument you can make.
I would love to see him be the fucking manager. I never like because at first I was always thinking about like GM or getting him into the organization or coach or something. I feel like
Yeah.
it's at the point now with the way this team's playing. Like, dude, he would be a fucking badass
Well, because
manager.
it's like you said, just kind of tell it how it is. You know, doesn't succumb to the pressure. Just
Because I feel like he
do
would
what you
bring
gotta
back that
do.
old way.
Yeah,
And I'm not
I
trying to be a
agree.
boomer, but like he would literally light some fires and just some asses.
I agree. All right, what about Rafael Furcal? This last
Um,
one.
I don't know much about Rafael Furcal. I feel like I forgot about his career. Like I obviously know who he is, but like I feel like I don't know enough about him to really make a comment, I'll be honest.
That's fair. Um, I'm not gonna say that he was different. I loved trading for him in all the video games I played growing up. Um, you know, he was always a solid dude. You know, he had some good playoff series. But overall, he was, you know, terrible in the one World Series that he won for the Cardinals. Um, you know, nothing really pops out about him. He led the league in triples one year. Was the rookie of the year back in 2000 off of some, you know, okay, mediocre stats. But yeah, no, he's not different. Sorry
You
for
know what it is
call.
with him
Still
is
love you
that
though.
I was really young when he was on the Braves, and then when I was really starting to pay attention, he went over to like the Dodgers, who weren't that great during that time. So that's probably why I just like kind of like I obviously know. I think he actually might even have been in the backup baseball game or something. But yeah, he's a name I'm forgetting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm trying to see. He got arrested recently. I'm
Oh shit!
trying to see. Trying to see why. Oh, he was arrested for aggravated battery and throwing a deadly missile. Hold on.
What the
Hold
fuck?
on. What? For a deadly missile? What
I
after
feel
a
like I actually
dispute in a
remember.
Publix parking spot?
I feel like I actually do remember hearing about him being in like the news recently in jail.
Rafael Furcal is facing felony charges in Florida, including aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and throwing a deadly missile. Like, okay, first off, how do you fucking throw a missile?
Yeah, like where do you even get like one to use? Like that's crazy.
These charges stem from an incident where Furcal allegedly threw a missile at
Oh,
another
it says any
driver.
reference to a deadly weapon or deadly missile refers to an improvised object that
Oh.
he used.
But why would they call it a missile? That
Yeah,
sounds
that's
so
weird.
crazy, brother.
Apparently, it says it was like a rock-like item.
Right.
I don't fucking
But
know.
all right.
That's so weird.
With that being said, we're throwing missiles over here on a different conversation. We hope you guys enjoyed some baseball talk. It was nice, you know, chopping it up with Wolfie. We'll be giving you, you know, another 3-4 episodes before we get to the playoffs. We're gonna be taking you through the playoffs, yet another season here on a built different show. So, you know, just tune in. Like I said, we're trying to bring back good media again. So, you know, enjoy for the biggest takes, the biggest laughs, and most importantly, the most different aura. Have a good day, night, wherever you are. Peace.